I'm actually about to crack open a beer.
Oh, perfect.
So
Nice.
That's happening.
Love that for you.
Even though I don't feel good, but who knows?
Hey, you know what? When you drink, you forget how sick you are. So then you'll feel better.
That's exactly what it is. Good evening. What's up, turds and turdettes? Welcome to Sample 2 of the recap. That's Pterodactyl, my co-hosts.
Yes, and we've got Lindsey, yet to have a nickname Lindsey. TBD.
No nickname Lindsey.
There we go. NNL. No nickname Lindsey.
That could actually be it. So, Tara, what's been crapping?
Oh, what is crapping? Oh, not a lot since we last talked. Same old. You got to go to Florida, but I've been stuck in the frozen tundra here, and I'm kind of like at my wit's end with this weather. But I think it's like, what is it? Like 14, 15 days until spring or something. Like it's, no, daylight
spring,
savings.
Until daylight.
Yeah.
Is it that soon?
Yeah, March 9th.
I thought it was until April.
No, March 9th.
Oh, that makes me happy.
Right? I know. I was like, seasonal depression is real. Like it is.
It's severe in this household.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank God I live alone.
Like all around.
I am not a happy person right now. Anyways. All right. So Florida, you guys went to Florida.
Yes. So totally last minute for Spencer's birthday. And we had beautiful weather. But it was like a book ended by a shitstorm before we left, and then a shitstorm when we got back, in all senses of the word.
Yeah.
I mean, we had stuff happen with Lucy, our dog, and then our washer broke right before we left. Oh. And then we had already like the whole yard was a mess with snow and ice and everything. And then of course it snowed while we were gone. So we just came back to like so much stuff. And let's see, what else? Oh yeah, we lost our electricity yesterday, so.
Oh yeah, because of the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
But while we were down there, it was great.
Yeah, it's nice to escape.
I said to Spencer today, I was like, I feel like the universe is like screwing us over for taking 5 days of vacation.
Yeah, I feel that, yeah.
Yeah.
I am going to Florida, but at the end of March. So I feel like I should have, I'm going with the golf team. So it's not like it's kind of for work, but I'm like, next winter, I was like, I am doing either a January or February warm trip because this is just prison. It's prison.
No, it's just coming back to it it's so bad.
It is.
It's so bad.
Yeah. And I'm like, we're not like, I think maybe next week I looked at the extended forecast and we're going to be in like the 30s and 40s, which is like 40 in February is like windows down, and 40 in like September is like, where's my winter coat?
Windows down, iced coffee.
Yes, exactly.
Music blaring.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
shorts.
Yeah, right. So yeah, last week, I think Erica, if you guys listened to today's episode, today as in Tuesday, February, 18th?
Yes.
Erica and I did that situational awareness event down at Fleet Feet in Nashua, which was really cool. And I learned so much stuff. One thing that was like a total like duh. The guy, Justin, amazing presenter. He was very interactive, enthusiastic. Everybody was engaged. He's like, for all you people that run at night or early morning runners, you run with all your reflective gear, your light up, your Nox gear, right? Where you have a Nox gear vest, the lamp, everything. You want to be seen. So if you felt like you were being followed by somebody, okay, you're out running, what's the first thing that you should do?
Turn off your light.
Yes. Ding, ding. Yeah. Was like, I'm like, oh my God, that is so smart. Like I would never, now I do.
Because even if you go try to run in the woods and then your Nox gear is flashing, they're like, oh, there it is.
Right?
There's that
You're like,
idiot right there.
Come on, catch me. Come on, can you see me now?
No,
I'm behind this log, but you can still see me.
So I remember there was a post, and she runs this town like a couple of years ago, where this was brought up because someone posted like, oh, I don't run with lights because I don't want anyone to be able to see me like creeps.
Yeah.
Which was like,
okay.
I mean,
I know, right? It's like, I want the cars to see me, but I don't want people to like follow me and stalk me. But
right.
A problem with being a female runner. And I know it's not just females, men get stalked too, but But it was a very good event. I'm glad we went. It was a good time. And I will say, after that run, Erica and I ran the exact. I've been having issues with my watch. So I was Team Koros, but now I am Team Garmin.
Oh, you went back?
Bought a new watch, yes.
Yeah.
I also bought the new watch because I am running the Garmin half marathon in April. And I was like, I can't show up to this event with a freaking Koros watch. Like, total imposter.
You go pick up your bib and they're like, nope.
Yeah.
No,
like,
no.
Oh, you're over in that corral. And I look and it's like people of Walmart. Yeah. And I'm like, great.
Oh, your kind's not allowed here.
Yeah. So, and I will say I'm very day 4 with my Garmin watch and I am very happy with my purchase. So, yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. So that was fun. And then I woke up, I think it was Friday morning, I woke up to a message from somebody who I'm friends with on Facebook and friends like through the running community. And they DM'd me and I'm like, that's weird. I'm like, I never get messages from this person. Okay. And she sent me a picture and I won Comeback Runner of the Year at the Millennium Running Awards.
This is so exciting and so deserved.
I was just like totally like, I was speechless, which is hard for me to be because I was just like, wait, what? And I knew, okay, so I feel bad because the awards, I knew they were happening, but they started at 7:30 at night. And you know me, I'm like,
no way.
I go to bed at like 8 o'clock the latest, 8:30, maybe if I'm feeling a little crazy. So I'm like, I'm not going to go. And I've never gone before. And I was like, I kind of wish somebody would have sent me like a, hey, still can sign up because you have to register, like sign up so they know how many people are coming. And I'm like wink, wink, you should really go. And I probably still wouldn't have gotten it. Yeah, like, hey, or even like, hey, you're winning an award tonight. Any chance you can make it? And I'd be like, yeah, I guess. I totally would have gone if I knew.
Right.
And not saying that like I didn't want to. If it was on a Friday or a Saturday, I would be there. But I'm like school night. I get up at friggin' 3:30 in the morning. Like, no way. So that was super exciting. I was just very like blown away. I was humbled. I sent John and Jen a message and I was just like, wow, this is super awesome. And I've been a member of the Millennium Running Club for, I think I'm on my 5th year. I think I joined in 2020, right before COVID happened, I think. And I run a ton of Millennium races, but like I don't do the club workouts. I've been to a couple group workouts in the summer. They like are up at Livingston and stuff. And I've met a ton of great people through that running club. And I'm in a group message on Facebook with a bunch of people. So I think I want to say maybe 3 weeks ago, I ran with like Charla and that whole group. And Erica Sweat. And so like I know a ton of people, but I'm like, I kind of feel bad because I'm not like as involved as, a lot of people. But I was just like super, it was just taken away by the recognition. And it was great because it just shows like Millennium Running is a huge, huge company. They have I think there's over 700 members in the run club. And for them to like recognize me and pick me out of all those people, I was just super, super, super happy. And it was just a very, very cool award. So,
I mean, you have had quite the comeback. So
I don't know.
It's very well deserved.
I posted on Facebook and Instagram just to like, say thanks to everybody. And I was like, I went from the walker, being in a walker, not even be able to get out of bed. I needed help. I couldn't get in and out of bed. And then here I am, an ultra marathon, a marathon, half marathons. And I'm like, that's me though. I'm like, I do everything
full send.
Yeah, I'm not just like, I'll do one race. I'm like, no, I'm going to do them all. Let's go. So true Tara fashion. Yeah. And it was not a lot of it was planned. It was like, I started when I won the bib to Boston and I was like, all right, I guess we're running again. So, yeah. And then it just escalated from there. So, 2024. And you know what? Like listening to Herm today, his episode,
Such a good great episode. Yeah.
He was just awesome about like, talking about like, it doesn't matter what your time is and stuff. And like from anybody out there who's ever had an injury or an illness or anything. And actually there's a couple people, I'm not going to name names because we may have somebody later to talk about, but you go through something and you come back, but you might not be the person that you were before. So I am not as fast as I was after my back surgery, but I actually listened to one of the episodes from On the Runs, and I want to say it was Candace. I think she's in California, and she said she had cancer, and it was her post-cancer PRs. And that like resonated with me. So I was like, you know what? I'm like, I'm not as fast as I was, but I don't really care. I'm out here doing it. And it's my post spine surgery PRs. So, but it was just a great recognition. And I'm super thankful to be the comeback runner of the year.
Comeback runner of the year.
Yeah. Woo. So that was cool. What else? We had the Neil Murphy. Oh gosh. Neil Murphy with his Code Brown Commandments.
Code Brown Commandments. I was crying listening to that episode.
That guy is amazing. Like, you know, some people just like have it and like they don't have a script or anything, and literally everything that comes out of his mouth, it makes you want to pee your pants.
I was like, how does he come up with these terms?
Yeah.
Just roll off his tongue.
Yeah, what was the one that I sent you guys? It was like a threshold diarrhea pace or something like TDP. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I ate something bad and then I had to do the speed thing and it was my threshold diarrhea pace. And I was like, that's amazing. But
you mean like the pace I run all the time?
Yeah, Lindsey's normal pace. But he was great to listen to. But I actually sent Erica an Erica message and my Code Brown commandment was not in there. So
it wasn't? Wait,
no.
What was yours again?
Never trust a fart. Like, I mean, but I think like people like know
the number one. Yeah.
Right?
The number one.
So
I mean, I did feel like a lot of the Code Brown commandments, some of them like overlapped.
Yeah.
They were similar,
definitely.
just kind of worded differently.
Yeah,
but I mean, that's like the number one thing when you're running, is,
right.
or just in life in general.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah, everyday life, sitting on the couch. Oops, should probably test this one out on the toilet. Don't want to shit the couch. Oh man, but that guy, I need to meet him. I would like love to just sit around a campfire with him and drink beers and shoot the shit.
That would be ridiculous.
Yeah, I would like have to wear a diaper because I would guarantee pee myself. Like he is my kind of people. Like
just like Winnie the Pooh it and not wear any pants.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I'll just like sit on a bucket and just go. But like zero filter, like just lets it all go, you know?
Yeah.
And it's great. It's awesome. I love that. I think the older I'm getting, like the less I care. The
less fucks you have to give.
Yeah. Cause it's like, I'm always like, oh, I have to like present myself to be this person. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. Like I'm going to be who I'm going to be. And if I'm in aisle 7 at Home Depot when I have to fart, I'm going to let it rip. Like,
do it.
Sorry. And you're welcome. So that was me. Yeah, that was me. Yeah, and then what else?
We have the Boston Run Show.
Yes, which we're going Saturday, March 1st.
Yes.
We need to finalize a plan for that. I'm a big planner. But we're doing that plogging event prior, which I believe is plogging, like picking up trash and okay. Oh, that's where the plogging.
Yeah.
Picking litter. Got it.
While jogging.
Okay, perfect.
Jogging.
I know Erica's like, what did you put down for a pace? And I was like, 12-minute. Like, that sounds fun to me. She's like, oh, okay. I didn't know if we were going to do like 9-minute or like I'm like
speed plogging.
Yeah, no. I was like, that I would injure myself. I don't even know if I can hold a 12-minute pace while picking up trash. Like, that's how uncoordinated I am. Like for somebody who is like a really good athlete, I am not coordinated at a lot of things. Maybe I could run with like the claw and then just like pew pew, like rapid trash pickup. But also, yeah,
or like a trash picker with a little spike on the end.
Yeah. So funny story. When I had my surgery, Holly got me a bunch of stuff from the nursing home. So she got me the walker and she got me the claw. But she's like, oh, a lot of my residents use this because they can't bend over or grab stuff off of shelves.
Like, pull their socks on and stuff.
Yeah. I literally did my laundry with the claw for like a month and a half because I couldn't bend over. But it was like took me forever because I'm like one sock at a time. And I was like, wow, this is fun.
My parents definitely have one of those.
Yeah, I still have it.
Use it for.
I gave the walker back, but I was like, I am keeping this claw. This is going to come in handy.
I think you should bring it to the run show.
Could you imagine? I actually might. I might do that.
Can I bring this in through security? Is this
for content? Yeah, right. Ma'am, what is that? My claw.
It's a claw.
Yeah.
So we have an assignment.
Yes.
At the run show.
Take some content.
Not just that.
Oh, and
we need to convince Des Linden to come on on the runs.
I think we can do that. I think she's gonna either be scared to death of us and just say, "Sure, leave me alone," or she's gonna love us and be like, "Yeah, that would be great."
No, she'll be surrounded by 3 giants.
Yeah, right.
She's so short.
Me, you, and Erica walking up to her. She's gonna be like, "Oh fuck, what'd I do?" We're all like 5'10" plus. Watch out.
Content and get her on the pod.
I really hope that I didn't go last year. I went 2 years ago, I think it was the first year that I went, but we were like in and out of there. And I didn't like stay, and I didn't see any of like the speakers or anything. So I'm hoping to like get the whole experience and, you know, hang around a bit. And I'd love to meet some cool people. Like Kelly Roberts is going to be there.
Yeah. And Alex.
Yep. Who we love now. I liked him before, but he's a cool dude. Meb. Love Meb. Definitely want to say hi to him. Hi, I don't know if you know me, Tara Pterodactyl.
Hello, Meb. I'll be like, I took a picture with you at the Red Sox game. I don't know if you recall. He'd be like, I took a picture with like everyone.
Yeah, right. Hey, I'm not sure if you remember me, but you should.
Last year before the marathon.
Yeah. If you didn't remember me then, you're definitely going to remember me now.
I flagged you down.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, and I think when I went, it was just like we went to like a bunch of the booths and stuff. There wasn't really a ton of merch there. I think I bought one shirt from the Marathon Sports. It was like a Boston 2023 shirt, but they didn't, I don't know. Maybe I'm sure it's got a lot bigger and more stuff. And actually it's at a different venue this year. So
that's cool. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like we're missing something.
The big announcements. I have an announcement. I'm going to make an announcement to make an announcement. So
to make another announcement about that announcement.
You'll have to tune in to Sample 3 to hear my first announcement about my second announcement. But
that's going to be in like 5 weeks. So you guys are going to have a lot of time to think about this.
Right. And then there's going to be 4 more after that. So by episode 37, you should probably get all the announcements.
Wait, Sample 37?
Oh, I'm sorry. Sample. Oof. Got to stay on brand.
Yes, last week's episode.
Oh, that was
Cultra.
Celeste.
Yeah.
Yes. So Celeste and Art. I've actually met them.
I was going to say you've met them, right?
Yeah. And the first thing, so Erica introduced me to Celeste first, and she's like, "This is Celeste. She has great tits." And I was like, immediately went right to her boobs, and she showed me her boobs. And I was like, "Cool, you're my people." And I was like, "You do have great tits." And she's got dragon tattoos like on both of her boobs. But that's like a little tidbit of what the ultra community is like. Like, "Hi, I'm Tara. I'm Celeste. These are my boobs. Cool. These are my boobs. Let's go run." And then I got introduced to Art an hour or so later, but they were right next to us. Were they right next to us? They were in close proximity to our base camp, if you will. And they were awesome. And with Hamster Wheel, it's like you pass people all the time.
Right.
So they were just like having a blast the whole time out there, and it was so great. And then they actually had me on their podcast, which I totally felt like imposter syndrome, because they had like all these like people talking about 100 milers and blah blah blah, and I was like, I just did 32, that's it. I was like,
there's nothing wrong with that.
I know, but I was like, I'm not.
Don't sell yourself short.
Yeah, I was like, I might be a one and done. But they're crazy. They do like, I don't know. It's a lot, like running that long so I thought about this today. The only time I would ever consider doing an ultra again is if it was like a loop. Like I would never do like a start to finish. I just couldn't do that. Like I love the idea of having the base camp, and if you want to run 3 laps and not stop, cool. If you want to stop every lap, awesome. But like just having that option to come back, and you literally had like, I had a whole wagon full of stuff, like 3 pairs of shoes, socks. I had 4 pairs of underwear, you know, just in case you sharded, like all the snacks and all that stuff. So but they do like mountainous, like I don't know, ridiculous amounts of elevation, and it's just it's another breed, but they're very, very cool people. And like Herm said today, he's like, I'll tell you what, the ultra people, they're different. He's like, road runners are cool too, but yeah, exactly. So yeah, they were great.
So you're not going to do hamster wheel again this year?
No, not this
Or
year.
what?
Not this year.
Oh,
Um,
we
ooh,
have a
oh,
surprise.
breaking news. Sample 2 of the recap has a special guest coming in.
Officially first guest.
A first
of the
guest.
podcast.
Whoa.
And we've stolen her from On the Runs, episode 76. Coming in, we have Jaye Duncan. How are you?
Hello.
Hi, Jay.
I'm good. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
awesome.
Thanks
Can
for
you hear us?
joining. I know this was kind of last minute.
Yes, and I just went for a run, so if you see me
Oh.
like constantly trying to fix my hair, that's
You're
why.
good. You look beautiful.
You look fantastic.
I was
thank you so much.
I was telling
Yeah,
Eric
no
earlier,
worries.
I said Jay was in my DMs saying she wanted to come on as a guest. So I was like, after
Slide right in.
our first sample, I already had people in my DMs. So it's great that this worked out. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so
It's great to be back.
yeah, right? I know. We touched on the last episode that we were kind of going to bring people back and just kind of catch up and see what you've been up to. It's been what? You were on October 3rd, 2023. So
Yeah, so
that's-
it's been a while.
yeah,
It's been
like almost a year and a half.
Yeah.
Right? And I totally creeped your Instagram today just to get a little timeline. And I'm like, you have been through a lot in that last year and a half.
Yeah, it's been a year, that's for sure. A year and a half.
Yeah.
It's been, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So the last thing that
From the episode, right?
yeah.
From the first episode.
So when you actually posted on your Instagram about the episode, I think maybe one or two posts later, you were like, I got the email, I'm running for Dana-Farber. So you had just recently found out. So
yeah,
we can start there. So all three of us actually ran the 2024 Boston Marathon for all three different, I didn't
we
run-
should have worn our coats.
I know.
Did a
Oh, that
little
would've been cool.
matchy.
Yeah, right. So yeah, you want to start with
Yeah.
I guess maybe the Boston Marathon and that journey, and tell us about that and like how much money you raised and all that and the training and how that went.
The raising the money was harder than the training to some degree, at least. So I wound up, I think I raised a little over 15,000, which is just mind-boggling
That's
to me,
awesome.
but it was great. People were so generous. I had strangers donating. I had people that donated every single time I did like a raffle or a fundraiser. I had people donating. So it was really it was just I still don't really have the words to just how amazing to see people's generosity was. Um, so I trained for and ran the Boston Marathon. And while I was training, I started to notice that like my reconstruction was just off. So the side that I had radiation on was like sitting almost to my collarbone.
Oh,
It was like really shriveled, which is normal, but mine was pretty extreme. So the week before Boston, I actually found out that I had to have another surgery 4 days after Boston. So that kind of like wrecked the marathon for me a little bit because it was just like hanging over my head. Couldn't stop thinking about it. I was kind of paranoid that continuing to run was going to make it worse. I'll save all the gory details, but my implant was starting to come through. My scar was starting to open.
oh,
It was like pressing and pulling on it. It was pretty mild at the time, but basically my doctor said you can ignore it and hope that nothing happens. And there was a strong possibility that nothing was going to happen. But if it did happen, then I had really no other reconstruction would have been available. So we tried shrinking the implant, like just putting a smaller one in, and we really thought that that had done the trick. He was able to take a lot of the radiated skin off, and it closed up really easily. And then about a month later, I was just like, sitting at work, hanging out, doing my thing. And I'm like, something didn't feel right on my chest. It felt really, really hot. So I like, went into the bathroom like a weirdo. I was like pulling my dress up in the bathroom. It's so infected. Like, I didn't even have to look for more than a second. It was so red. So I'm trying to convince myself that it's not, right? It's like no big deal. It's nothing. And then every 2 seconds I'd be like looking down, looking in my dress. So I went on antibiotics and it mostly cleared it up. But when I saw my doctor, he is basically like, this is not a workable solution. Again, you could kind of just hang tight and see if nothing happens. But like each side of my incision had just the tiniest little pinprick of a hole that you could kind of see was starting to pull a little bit. And again, maybe it would have been fine, but I didn't want to take that chance. So a month after Boston, I wound up having my lat muscle pulled to my front. So now my back is my front.
Yeah, that I was
But
like, your
That's
scar looks
wild.
like you got bit by a shark.
it does.
That's
And it's
crazy.
honestly, the scar is still pretty gnarly. I was hoping that it would kind of fade by now, but it's still really big and
Yeah.
it's still really purple, but
So you went
I'm
from
here.
just a little timeline. You found out a week prior to running in Boston that you were going to have a surgery 4 days after. So
Yeah,
obviously, your mindset for Boston, you were probably, I mean, and I can't, I mean, I say I can't imagine, but I went through a similar thing the year prior with my
right.
back. And my PT was like, you can run, but, I don't know if it's going to hurt, make it worse or whatnot. So it kind of almost mentally like ruins
It
your
did. It's
experience, because you're probably thinking the whole time like, oh my gosh, is this gonna like come out of my
right.
chest, like what's
That's
happening? Yeah,
exactly what I was thinking was anytime anything felt even slightly off, and it's a marathon, so like your body hurts the whole freaking time, right?
right,
Yeah,
right.
with
But every time something felt even slightly off or I felt a little bit tired, I'm like
Yeah,
peeking down my
right,
shirt.
yeah, right,
Do I have an implant in there? Is it just like floating around? So yeah, it was kind of a bummer. It
yeah.
kind of like took the oomph away from the marathon for me, but
But you still finished.
I
You had a
did.
very
Yeah.
respectable time, and as the
yeah,
three of us know, it was
I
a
was
it
perfect
was
day for weather, but not for
for
running.
not
spectating.
for running.
Not for running. Yeah, I
Like
would have
I'm a
loved.
Florida girl. I don't mind running in the heat, but I mean, a marathon when I was like 80 degrees and sunny, that was too
Yeah,
much. It
no,
was
that was not
um
enjoyable.
but I did get a really nice tan,
Yeah,
so
yeah, right. So then 4 days later, you go in and you have the first surgery.
I have the
And
first
then
surgery.
we're thinking, okay, this is going to be good. We're going to be all set. And then
Yep.
you go to that one day at work and you're like, oh my gosh, something's wrong. So then you have,
Yeah.
what do you call it? The lap flap. Is that
Lap
right?
flap,
Lap
yeah.
flap
Yep.
surgery. So then now we're here. So are you
Now we're
like,
good.
we're good now? Okay.
Everything's good.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
So
still really tight.
Yeah.
Like my back is tight all the time. If you spend a lot of time around me, you'll see me rubbing the side here. It's still kind of puffy. It's I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not the same, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's fully healed and I haven't had any issues with it other than the tightness, but I think that's hopefully just gonna, go away with time. But if not, if that's the worst thing I have to deal with, then so be it, right?
Right. Yeah. So we haven't had any surgery since then. We're good. Knock on
Nothing.
wood. So
Nothing.
awesome. So from there, I'm assuming you probably had to take quite some time off from running, and actually
Yes.
all things. I'm assuming.
yeah,
I
how
did,
long?
yeah.
How long was the recovery for that?
So I was allowed to start walking pretty quickly, but it was pretty hard to walk.
Oh, yeah, the tubes, right?
I had the tubes. I had four on just the left side. So my mastectomy, I had four, but they were on each side, so it was a little easier to manage. This one I had three. No, maybe I only had three. I have to go back and count the little
Oh
the
gosh.
little scars. But yeah, I had at least three drains. all on this side of my body. So it's a little hard to really walk, but I did.
Yep.
And then I was cleared to run early July, I think.
Okay.
Maybe the first week of July, maybe even the last week of June. I remember I did my first run when we went down to Florida, and we always go for the 4th of July. So it was around there.
Oh, okay. So that was what, like maybe 4 or
I
5 weeks? That's not too bad.
think it was, my surgery was the Friday before Memorial Day
I say
weekend.
May
So
24th.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, give or take. You know
I did
that
my
date.
homework.
Yeah, so like, what's that? Like 6 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I definitely think I was off of lifting for longer than
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Honestly, even right now, like lifting, it does not feel great. It's bizarre. So I'll be doing like a lat pull down and I'll feel it in my chest
Oh,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that's
that's
where my
wild.
lat muscle
Right.
is.
Right. Yeah.
So
Oh,
that's
that
been
is
taking
weird.
some time. I think my doctor can like clip the nerve.
Yeah.
Um, and maybe that will stop happening. So I think once I don't want to stop taking my medication again because that's what keeps the cancer from coming back,
Mm-hmm.
or at least like lowers the risk of it, I should say. But I'm done with it this summer, so I
Okay.
might
Oh.
ask him if he could just go like snip, snip, snip. So
Yeah.
I'm not feeling my back in my front.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's gonna be so
It's
awkward.
Yeah.
so weird. It's so weird.
Once you're done your medication, what do you do going forward? How many checkups? Like, how often do you have to go in for checkups?
Right. So the medication I'm on 4 different medications right now. The one that I really don't want to go off again is the one that I finished this summer. The second one I'm on for 8 more years. It's just a little tiny pill. It has some pretty nasty side effects. Like, I don't know if you could tell, but like my hair is kind of thin up here. I don't really have a lot of eyebrows left.
Did you say 8
And
years?
8 more years.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Wow.
Yeah. It gives me joint pain. So like my elbows, I'm always stretching my arms out, like just acting like a weirdo. And then I have 2 that I get intravenously down at Dana-Farber. Um, and one of those is 3 years and one of those is 5 years. So I think one of them I've got basically 3 years left and one I've got about 1 year left.
And how often do you have to go down
So,
there?
every 3 months.
Oh, okay.
So once I'm off the really harsh drug this summer, I shouldn't have to meet with my oncologist as frequently. I should be able to just go in, get my medication, and leave. It takes about an hour, give or take, to get it all
Okay.
inside of me. But yeah,
So
so
how often do you have to do like scans and stuff?
never.
Oh, okay. So I
Which
just
kind of freaks me out because a
yeah.
lot of people do, but I haven't had any sort of like symptoms or anything that would lead my doctors to think that it's spread anywhere. So
Oh, that's good.
yeah,
I mean, I totally understand the whole like being on edge, because it's obviously something that has completely
yeah,
changed your life. But
for
I
sure.
personally just want to say, I know that you were kind of in the beginning, you weren't sure if you were going to post your cancer journey on Instagram, and you are the reason why I scheduled my first mammogram. So I
That makes me
appreciate you.
happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean, I think I was 39, and I was like, it's not something that you think about. And I'm sure
I
my
didn't think
doctor,
about it.
yeah, maybe my doctor would have been like, oh, hey, you're 40 now. But I scheduled it. I think I was right when I saw your post. I was maybe early 39, and I could schedule that far out. And
Oh wow.
a week after my 40th birthday, I had my very first mammogram. So,
Yeah. So
you're,
I think a lot of people are afraid that the mammogram is going to be like really painful, but I can assure you that having your breast lobbed off by
I
a
was going to
doctor
say the
is
alternative
much
is a lot
worse.
worse.
Yeah, it's so much
Very way
worse.
Yeah.
worse.
And
Yeah.
I will say
So
it's not, I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, my first one was okay. I just had my second one, and that one was a little painful, but I'm like super awkward personally. So I was just talking to the lady the whole time and I was like, ooh, I was like, wow. I was like, my boyfriend doesn't even do that.
I did the same. I did the same
make
thing
this as awkward as it can be and have a great day. But I was like, I'm sure she, the woman that was doing it, I'm like, wow, you do this all day. You touch boobs all day long.
I'm sure has heard a bunch of crazy things come out of people's mouths during those tests. So.
Exactly.
So tell us about returning to running.
Yeah. So I started running. We were down in Florida. We tend to go back every year. And I was cleared and I was like, I love running on the beach in Florida, so I'm going to. And while we were down there, I ran a couple of times and then I could not get into a groove. Like I just couldn't find enjoyment with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't run a ton over the summer. Like honestly, I don't really even have a memory of running over the summer at all. I'm sure I did, but it took me a long time to kind of come to peace with like where I was at running wise, pace wise, distance wise. Because I mean, I knew with age everything was going to change anyway, right? You inevitably slow down and recovery gets harder. But it happened for me, it happened really suddenly. Like I was doing fine. I was, sub 24-minute 5K. And now I'm like, wow, I did a sub 31-minute 5K. And it happened so it feels like it happened overnight that I went from running awesome to just being like, this is the worst. I can't do it. I don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I'm a lot more at peace with it now that I'm not beating myself up over time or distance and very slowly kind of starting to see a little bit of speed come back, maybe a tiny bit. So I've got a sub 2 dreams for a sub 2 half. I really want to do that this year.
Do you have any races on the calendar yet?
Well, as you know, I also suffer from gamophobia. So I haven't registered for anything. And with work now, I work pretty much every other weekend. So I think I'm going to do, I don't remember what it's called, but it's in Amesbury, Mass.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the weekend of May 10th. So I'm shooting for that. I'm following a training plan that would end there. So
okay. That's a half marathon?
It is.
Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
it is.
It's a good time of year.
Nice. Yeah. Really perfect.
I don't think I'm going to be ready to go for sub 2 just yet. Like I'm still really struggling to stay under 10-minute pace. And I think a sub 2 is like low 9s, right?
It's like 909.
It's 909.
Yeah, like
909.
Oh, you know that exactly. So yeah, I'm not there yet. I'm not close to there yet. But
well, you could use it as like a judge to see where you're at.
Yeah, just realistically, maybe it's more fall that I'll probably shoot for a sub 2.
I was going to say if you haven't run, have you run the New England half that Millennium puts on?
No, that's the one that's
that's a good one.
It's a downhill. That's where I got my first sub 2.
Okay.
Actually, was it my first? Actually, no, it's my PR. It was my second sub 2, but by 5 minutes. And that's like a
that's
lot.
Awesome.
So I ran like a 154.
Yeah.
But it's like it's all net downhill. There's a couple like little rolling hills, but it is such a fast course.
I
heard it's pretty too.
Oh, it's
so
beautiful.
Gorgeous.
It's beautiful. Yeah. So I would definitely put that one on the radar.
All right.
So right now with winter, it's been brutal. Are you just like kind of, how many days are you running a week now? Or are you just kind of, do you have a coach? Do you have a plan? I know you said you were trying to follow something right now.
I'm just really starting to get better at being consistent again. I am admittedly a fair weather runner. I am not going outside. Absolutely not. You cannot talk me into it. So I am happy on my treadmill. I, got podcasts. I've got playlists. I've got Hulu. I'm content. I will stay in my basement and finish with a smile on my face. Um,
Which is funny because you love skiing, so you're out in these elements.
yeah, like I have no issues with that. But I don't, nope, I don't want to be outside. I'm not dodging ice. I'm not running
I
in the
get that.
dark. It's just
Yes. So we know you don't like early morning running, and we know you don't like
no.
bad weather running.
No, no, I am the definition of a fair weather runner. If unless it is sunny and perfect, I'm happy on my treadmill. Um, but I'm getting better. I think I'm up to like 3 days a week now, which honestly is kind of where I hover anyway. Since cancer, I've kind of been working in a lot more walking, and it's just made my body feel better. My joints ache all the time now from this stupid medication. So walking's definitely been a lot easier on me. But I think the last couple of weeks I've been steady around 3. I got myself back up to, I think I was at like 5 1/4 this weekend,
Oh, nice.
which,
That's
I know
awesome.
it's
Yeah.
like small potatoes, but I've been
No, but you're right on
stuck.
track for like a half
Yeah,
marathon, And you've been doing
yeah.
also, Tara and I both noticed that you've been doing a lot of hiking.
Again, not during the winter.
Not winter. No, but
Fair weather hiker as well. But yeah, we did 4,000 footers last year, which for a while we were getting in like 2 or 3 a year, and then I hit a hard pause on that. But last year my husband and I really picked it back up, and we went out as often as we could. So
is that something? Do you want to try to get all 48?
I do.
Oh, nice. How many do
Yeah.
you have?
17,
Oh,
maybe 18,
geez. Oh, that's
maybe
awesome.
18. I have to double check.
Nice.
Um, we we go every year, minus the 2 cancer years. We take a day off on our anniversary and go. And this year it lined up with our 17th anniversary, but I think we might have done an 18th after that, or we did 2 that day. We did like 17 and 18. So
Oh, very cool.
give or
I'm
take, I'm around 18.
nice.
That's
I'm trying to
perfect.
do that too, but I am on a very slow. I think I only have. I think I have 10, maybe 9 or 10.
Oh, it's going to take me forever because I'll only do them during the summer.
See, and
So.
I have only done. I've done 2 in the summer, and I've done 7 in the winter. Like I love
Really?
winter hiking.
So, like, candidly, I do want to try it, but I'm very, very, very nervous.
Yeah.
Just
You have, and I've lucked out on all the ones that I did because I had perfect weather. But it's just I say it's so much easier because you're not like.
It's
You're
not all
not
that
climbing over
climbing up
rocks,
over
and
rocks,
it's
yeah.
literally
Yeah.
just flat because it's snow packed, and
right.
you have like
And I do think
snowshoes
I would
and-
like that more.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. It's so great. But this winter I haven't gone. I've gone on one hike and it was a 52 with a view, but the weather has just been. I'm like, I am not going anywhere near there.
It's just too cold this year.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
know.
don't want to do anything.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I don't even want to go to my.
I've been stuck at like 28 for the last 3 years. I just haven't
Okay.
I haven't gone up there.
Yeah.
It's like
Well,
you
I mean,
have to take I have to take time off, or it's like
right.
it's just so hard to
It's
find the
it's a
time.
long drive. It's a long day.
Yeah.
I find it hard to do on the weekends because it's super crowded.
Right.
So like, we like to go during the week too, but I mean, I can't always take off work for my like
Yeah, right.
sporting adventures.
I know.
Don't we all wish we could?
I know, honestly, like retirement. I want it so bad.
Yeah. That or the lottery.
Yes.
Or maybe
yeah,
I just find
anything.
a sugar daddy. I'm at that
Sugar
point.
daddy would be a-okay as
A
well.
side piece.
Would your
sugar
husband be
daddy.
okay with that?
I truly think my husband will
think-
be
yeah.
fully on board.
Yeah, we'll just give him a little chunk of change.
Right?
We'll be good to
I'll just
go.
split it with them.
Yeah. I like that idea.
Right?
Awesome.
If you're listening, sugar daddy.
Yeah, I know. This is my advertisement. I'm searching for.
You're accepting applications right
Yeah.
now.
Searching
We're
for
all
somebody with
looking
a.
for a man in finance, right?
Yes. Cue the song, Eric. Oh gosh.
So Jay, is there anything else you want to tell everyone about that's happened in the last, year and a half?
No, I think we covered it. I'm almost back to normal.
You're thriving. You're thriving. for
doing
everything.
some version of thriving.
Yeah, you know.
If by thriving you mean falling asleep at 8:15 most nights, then
Hey,
yeah.
you're up later than I am.
True, but,
No, but
I'm not getting up at 4 o'clock.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, I didn't battle breast cancer and I do that. So
yeah. No, but seriously, from somebody on the outside, you're very inspirational, and we appreciate you sharing your journey. And I know that I'm sure the stuff that people post on the internet is not all what it is. So I'm sure that you've had a lot worse times than you know, what you've shared. But we appreciate you being this open and, you know, vulnerable and stuff. It's appreciated. And you are making a difference.
yeah, you're helping people.
Yeah,
for sure.
Awesome.
You know,
that was my goal with being so transparent.
Yeah.
So.
As shitty as your situation is, you're doing great, and you're touching a lot of people's lives. So
thank you. That means a lot to hear.
Make lemonade, lemons, whatever that is.
when life hands you lemons,
make a martini.
That's the one.
Make a martini. Yeah.
That sounds like a great idea.
That's better.
Make a gin and tonic with a lemon.
Okay.
Yeah, right. So, well, we want to officially thank you for being our first guest.
Of course, this is exciting.
The first,
and coming on so last minute.
Yeah, I know.
Because we were a little disorganized.
A little bit.
Well,
I was away last week, and then we were just kind of scrambling. So
yeah,
having a very small social life kind of lends to being able to do stuff last minute. So.
Well, we might call you for episode 3. So
all right, well, I'm here.
No, but awesome. So thank you for joining us. And again,
of course,
Jaye Duncan.
Thank you, Jaye.
Sample 2, the Deuce.
Bye.
Thanks, Jaye.
Bye,
Jaye.
ladies.
Bye. Oh, that was awesome.
Everyone. That was so nice to hear from her, get her what's been going on since, you know, she was last on, and see that she's doing really well.
I know. I always struggle because it's knock on wood, we've all had our struggles. I had my back surgery, but I'm not comparing my back surgery to cancer at all. And it's I always struggle with you know, you don't want to say, because some people it's oh, you're doing great. And it's you know, they're probably no, I'm not, you know, I don't want to say the wrong thing. Yeah. But I truly think that Jaye is she is very inspirational, and just, you know, running the Boston Marathon in 2024, and she was a year and a half diagnosed, going through a double mastectomy, and getting that news the week before the freaking Boston Marathon, and she still ran a freaking sub 5.
Still ran it. Yeah.
You know, so it's, you know, she's awesome. I actually met her via social media. I didn't meet her in person for I think a couple of years after we were following each other on Instagram, and then I saw the 5K for Jaye and the 440 group. Were you on that run? Yeah, yep. We had I'll actually send a picture to Eric. I have the picture of all of us. We all wore pink.
All wearing the pink.
And we ran it virtually at 4:40 in the morning. I think we had maybe 7 or 8 of us. But it's just, you know how you meet people online, or on a podcast. I've met so many people on this podcast that I have never met in my life, but they just they just make an impact on your life. And you've it's so crazy. I'm I've never even met this person, but I'll do anything to help, you know, because they're just they just have that that vibe, and they just seem like a really great person. So I know On the Runs has really created an amazing community. Yeah, it's been great. Real. So many awesome people. And here we are, the recap. Look at us. Look at me. Okay, can we just talk about my mic real quick? So, rookie move here. I bought this mic. Okay, it was not cheap. But I did not read all the details, and it didn't come with a stand. So, I've been holding it like this all night. Hoping that you guys wouldn't notice. And then they're like, wow. So, you could have gotten just really close. Yeah, right? In my Amazon cart is the freaking stand for this thing. So, but yeah, this is what I look like. Mine's up here. Tell me you're a rookie without telling me. Oh, and look at this thing. It's like a condom. I don't know what it does, but is it for a spit guard or something? Hello. Totally. Oh, that probably is. Maybe. Maybe. But yeah, I'm I don't know what this is. A freaking mic condom? I don't know. Did I just make this up? Oh, God. It's for when I cackle and spit all over this. It's for when you're burping. Is this thing? Oh, yeah. Is this thing machines washer safe? We're gonna need to order 7 more of these. Oh, I wish I had a burp right now. That would be a great ending. I'm surprised I don't. But you know what? Without the stand, I could easily fart into this thing. Don't worry, people. We won't do that tonight.
It's going to happen, though.
I'm not gassy tonight. Lucky for you guys. Anyways.
So, Tara, do we have anything else that we need to talk about? I think we got everything over.
I think we're good. We're going to do, so we're going to be back in 2 weeks, but, well, a week and a half, because Eric's going to be in Cancun, and you, me, and Erica are going to record on Monday after the run show.
Right.
And we're going to just do a recap. But it's going to be on the runs. It's not going to be the recap. We're going to come out with one end of March, I believe. So we're going to work on our second guest. I really enjoy, I liked going back and, listening to her episode and, where she's, been the last year and a half. It's fun to catch up with these people. So yeah, we'll get some OGs on. And I think
if there's anyone that any of you would like to see back on, any questions you want answered, anything like that, you can post it on social media. You can DM us on Instagram.
Yeah, slide into my DMs.
We don't have a just slide right in there.
I'll get my social media manager to get back to you, but just slide right in there. The social media manager will get back to you within 24 hours.
24 to 48 hours tops.
Depending on if it's, a business day or not.
If it's a business day.
Yeah. I like how we're going back to past guests, and who knows, maybe we'll have our own guests on. Maybe we will meet people out in the wild. And
maybe we can meet some people at the run show.
Yeah. Hey, maybe we'll get Des. Could you imagine? Eric would be like, "You guys are fired."
It's like, that's the end.
Yeah, Eric's like, you guys good to record next month? But yeah, we're all set. Just we'll let you know when it's uploaded. And he's gonna log in. And he's gonna be like, "Is that fucking Des Linden?" Like, yep. And she's in my living room. Yep.
Drinking whiskey with her.
Yeah, we're having a sleepover.
That would be the ultimate dream.
Yeah, right. I know. She probably wouldn't like me. I'm too much. I'm a lot.
I think she would like you.
I feel like she's a dog person.
She's fun.
She is fun. I know.
So.
But all right, you got anything else?
I think I'm good.
All right.
I'm good.
So, thank you guys for tuning in to Sample 2 of the Recrap. And as I always say, never trust a fart. Lindsey?
And don't forget to wipe. Good night,
Bye.
everyone. Bye. So obviously we get back from, Florida, and my headphone just fell out. Where'd it go? Here it is. Spencer's just like, this is a shit show. Still. Eric, clip that out of this. All right. Let me just reposition it.
Yeah.
By the way, your nickname is Lavatory Lindsey.
Oh, I like that.
That's a good one.
Yes.